All right, what we're going to demonstrate in this video is how to do markings for lip reduction, or at least how I do the markings. You can see here when I invert his lip a little bit that there's the junction here between what we call the wet vermilion of the lip and the dry vermilion. And the first thing I'm going to do is put a little dot right in the center at that junction. A little hard from this angle. Okay, and then what we do, and this is, I use this bikini pattern that I talk about, and essentially this is going to be the lower portion of the bikini. So what we do is we're going to roll the lip in to get an idea of how much we would want to reduce it, and we're going to make a mark out here opposite of that. Eventually what's going to happen is the scar is going to fall here along that border of the wet dry vermilion. So here we're going to do this. We're going to come out to about there. And then the lower markings are pretty simple. What we do is we kind of taper out along the lower lip, making sort of a see we taper out laterally. We're going to do the same thing over here. And this is the bikini bottom, if you will. And as you can see, more tissue is taken here than it is out laterally. And what that does is that helps give us a little bit of cleft, because if we gather more tissue, that's going to pull more in the center. So that helps give us a little cleft in the lower lip, so it doesn't look like one uniform sausage, but it will actually have sort of two pillows. Now we don't want too much of that because this is a male, but even males have normal lip architecture and should have a little bit of a look of sort of pillows to the lip as opposed to a sausage type lip. Now for the upper lip, we're going to do the same sort of thing. We're going to mark in the center at that dry wet vermilion border. Okay. This is going to be the bikini top, all right? So we've made our mark here in the center at the dry wet border. And the idea here is to make the top lip look like it has a little tubercle or outpouching in the center. And it sort of tapers and pinches in a little bit here around where the philtral columns are. And then it has sort of pillows that taper off out to the side. And again, since this is a male, we're not going for too much of that look. We do a little bit more in a female. But again, we still want normal lip architecture, so we're going to follow that pattern, but just not exaggerate it too much. So what I do here in the center where that tubercle is I make the lines all basically horizontal, because I'm not trying to give him too much of a tubercle, as I said. And then as I start to approach the part of the lip where the philtral column is, and I want the lip to pinch in a bit, that's where I start to go out just a little bit. And then I taper back down out laterally here. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to come back just a little bit and taper. Out laterally. We'll do the same over here. We're going to come out just a little bit beyond our initial marking, which is right here. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing here. and then taper down laterally. I want to get these symmetrical, so a little bit less. So here you can see it looks kind of like a bikini top. And I'm going to fix these even a little bit on the table just to make sure they're perfectly symmetrical. But here you have kind of the cups and then the straps of the bikini top. And these are the markings for our bikini lip reduction.